All right, so we kind of flew through the agent.
Did we see an agent select?
Did
it exist?
It just happened. So click your fingers and it's gone. You
can I just write in what they both used on the last time they played bind? Is that what's going on? I mean, Kelly on Brim, okay. Started out, it's Secrets on, okay, Sky again.
Yeah, sticking with a lot of the same of what we saw from Dam1 versus Huyaho just 2 days ago. Cheap up here in U-Haul, playing forward, waiting to see if Cobra's going to come around the side. Sees that dark cover get tossed out through the wall. And that's going to be the first kill coming in as JoJo does drop. Lawrence manages to find one, but Texture trades it back. Cobra pushing into U-Haul, does manage to find Chibop. Getting the headshot as Kelly tries to drop the spike, but we'll just be leaving it on the ground now. Texture in a 1v2, trying to bring this back. Frenzy out, 70 HP, but cannot turn the corner fast enough. Cobra will strike him down, and that's the pistol round going the way of APE.
Yeah, it's just a good reaction to the spike plant there with those double ghosts. Come around the corner, finish the job on the Brim, trying to plant. Kelly goes down, and that really opens up a lot of space, makes it really hard for Texture there. He's not too sure where his opponents are, and around the corner in U-Haul, didn't realize somebody's there, and wasn't able to react fast enough. So first round, gonna fall over towards APE Prince on the defender side, and let's see how this one's going to change. It is, of course, going to be typically the Spectres and even a Marshall now for Slash. I mean, that god-dead Marshall play, I can't get over that. That was just, from F4Q yesterday, was just actually insane. I mean, that flick he had, or not a flick, but just a quick scope, whatever you want to call it, was nuts.
Looks like he did decide to swap off the Marshall, so it does have a stinger for Slash.
Boo.
So changes it up. Might have to wait a little bit longer here, maybe for another save round or a half buy. Boombot, scout forward. JoJo spraying through the wall, but doesn't really manage to get a hit. Meanwhile, Spike rotated over towards B. This is going to be a pretty heavy rotation coming through now from APE as they send 2 over. Slash just kind of waiting in the middle, but JoJo finds Chibop over outside of Showers. Good punish, but that's not really drawing any additional attention here from APE. Now, hearing the spike getting planted, it will be a cause for rotation for the rest of the members, and we'll see if they can get this retake. Already a lot of damage in onto Kelly and Eugene.
Yeah, good shock dart early there by Eugene. Great ability to know where they're going to be. That's Texture taking down Halbe, though. Good defense so far here. That's the opening one. Lear's going to come out, but he's immediately blinded himself.
Yep, Texture manages to find another. JoJo does get dropped, playing forward here inside the tube. Secret will trade 1-for-1. Lawrence pushing the corner, spots out Kelly just for a moment. Molotov to buy some time as Texture lurks around the back. Pushing forward, tapping the spike. Texture starts to move in, cannot get the shot there onto Cobra. Now Kelly gonna have to try to pull it off, goes for the right clicks, but Cobra is there to protect. That's 3 kills for him on the round, and they will go ahead and pick up the second. APE starting things off nicely.
It's good patience by Kelly and Texture. They put themselves in pretty good positions to potentially stop that spike defuse, hanging into elbow and all the way back by the door of the alley there but they just couldn't land their shots. I mean, that right click, yeah, you maybe get a little unlucky with it. It was a little bit off the mark with those smokes there as well. So good job by APE, providing some cover and protection, and not just with their guns, but also with the smokes. It's a very nice defense, but also a good retake attempt with that situation, and those early damages to Kelly didn't really matter too much in the long run, actually, because he was able to avoid it, stay in elbow, get that molly on there, buy time. Pretty good, solid stuff for both teams in that round.
Yeah, kept himself safe, and I really like the body block coming in from Cobra, just straight up standing in front of Lawrence to make sure that, you know, any damage is going to be coming through. At least,
if
anybody's going to die, then maybe Cobra gets killed off by a right click, but that's enough time for Lawrence to recover his weapon. So, solid stuff. Chasing forward there with the Trailblazer that do manage to spot JoJo. Seems like they will opt to go over towards the A site now, as that dart does get the hit onto Secret.
Lucky and U-Haul there, waiting. Chibop's going to dash forward. Chibop playing very good on Jet on this map the other day. Texture's great raise. There's the click from Slash. Goodbye, Chibop.
Yep, goes ahead, upgrades his weapon. Bucky to Phantom. That's a pretty nice little nap by him. Flashing in around the corner, looking to clear U-Haul, but Paranoia strikes, and JoJo's got the lineup with the Sheriff, manages to find Secret. Texture, however, still very much alive. Showstopper out, tries to throw it at his feet, but will fall before he can pull the trigger. Gets dropped, and now it's all on Eugene playing over towards Showers. Couple darts gonna be chucked down. Lobs another one in, but JoJo just pressing forward, spamming through the smoke, manages to clip his head, and APE will win out the crucial rifle round.
Yeah, definitely Chibop not expecting a Bucky inside a U-Haul there.
Nope.
Particularly after, you know, APE Prince won 2 rounds. So I'm really curious to see what Slash is going to go for here. Is he saving up for something, or is he just trying to just, you know, bank money? It was just they expected them to come into U-Haul, felt like he could get that pick with that Bucky, save a little money regardless with it. But I see him up in heaven. Is he going to be... He's just got a Phantom for now. I guess he just needed some extra money. He must have been pretty broke, it looks like, with 800 left.
So make sure that you constantly have that utility drone. The OWL drone itself is going to be, you know, 300 every time you want to purchase it. So it does rack up pretty heavily. So allows him to grab that. Lawrence playing it patiently. Seems like he might not have been spotted. Nade forward. Lawrence trying to spam the box. Recovery's not there, however, from Secret. He's not prepared, so kill does just come through. Solid first blood for Lawrence, and that's very much going to be hurting any and all hopes for the side of Damwon on this round. It's Halbei, yep, just holding down the corner. Vandal drawn, gets the one tap onto Eugene, pulls back into elbow.
Well, Texture's going to be able to push forward and get the spike plant at least, or at least buy time. Chibop's turn for the Bucky, going to get JoJo. And that is over in U-Haul. He's buying a lot of time, causing a lot of disruption over here. That's another one for him. Getting Lawrence, that really gives them a nice attempt. Now he's in the back lines, picking up a third.
Huge play from Chibop. We'll hear that teleporter go through. Spike ticking away. And he's coming up behind Halbei, trying to lurk, trying to spot this out. That is 4 kills. Do we see a 5th? Dashes in onto the site. Should be able to hear some of these footsteps coming through from Cobra. But can he line it up? Yes, he can. Chibop puts Damwon on the board with the ace.
Just built different. Chibop causing so many problems. They don't even need to plant the spike. Who cares? Chibop could just go and do it all on his own from U-Haul. Just insane stuff from him. I mean, just nailing his headshots, just perfectly trailing the enemy team, just making it so it was really hard to keep track of him. And as a Jet, you could chase people down so well, of course. You get those first 2 kills, boom, you have another tailwind, boom, you're right in the back of the team. It's just fantastic stuff.
Absolutely wonderfully done by Chibop, and in such a crucial round, after losing out on the rifles, manages to bring it back and give Damwon their first round victory. JoJo now just trying to hold down Hookah. Jumping around, making his presence known. Oh, spams through, and that's going to be a very crucial pickup. Chibop does fall. JoJo, showstopper out, will take down Secret. Texture looking to push forward and catches him. His gun empty. Does take quite a bit of damage, though. So JoJo by himself still getting a huge amount of value here in Hookah.
Man, Texture just moonwalked right in there and just took him down. That was fantastic. I have to say, when I was watching the games yesterday, one thing that really impressed me was Texture's movement with those blast packs. He does such a good job putting himself into good positions, and there you can see right there, just great timing, good position, good shooting, everything you would expect from him, that one of the superstar players on DWG-Kia. Now we're readjusting after losing 2 in Hookah. It's time to go towards mid. Eugene here, Spike right behind him. It hasn't sent out the OWL drone or any recon or anything yet, so they're just being a little patient, just clearing out the front of it, maybe seeing if he can... Oh no, that's not good. Oh my god, Eugene gonna get the shot though.
Yep, Cobra, however, does manage to push out. He's gonna TP over, get himself behind box here on site. Smoke's coming down, but he finds Kelly. Right after he calls it in, now it all comes down to Texture. With 33 health. Spike picked up, goes for the fake, spots Cobra, takes him down. Cannot quite make it happen. Slash comes in from behind with the Bucky to take him out at range. And Damwon, you know, on the back of an ace, getting that first round. Now they lose the next one. So APE continuing to maintain a lead.
Yeah, it was a little weird there. I don't know why we weren't using any any of the utility from the Sova there, from Eugene. He had everything. He had the owl drone. He had the recon arrow. He didn't feel like he ever needed to. I get it. You get pretty deep in there without making any noise. You don't want to give away your position, but at the same time, you know somebody's going to be in U-Haul or behind that truck, like or over in showers because nobody's been watching it. You have to be aware of that. And even though Eugene does win that battle with Lawrence over there, he opened himself up to the quick follow-up by Cobra.
Well, Seeker's going to be coming through here from Secret. Get themselves here onto the site. Chibop is going to be breaking that tether, knows that he's going to get spammed through the wall, takes a little bit of damage, now down to 52, and oh man, Halbay actually just follows up, continues to spam it out. Takes him down. He himself has received quite a bit of damage, 20 HP remaining for him, but it's a really nice wallbang to try and temper this push from Damwon.
Yeah, it's a great use of that. Oh, okay. Secret! Just clicks right on Cobra's head.
Finds one, gets the blind off. That's going to force Lawrence into hookah. Call will be coming through. Kelly watching that angle. Trailblazer finished off while Texture just tries to hold down the door. Manages to get rid of one. Kelly will find the others as Lawrence comes through the window. The cleanup will be there, and Damwon will put another round on the board.
Yeah, pretty good start for APE, but at the end of the day, DWG-Kia just too strong. Doing a good job watching their flanks. They come in very, very nicely, and Halbay doing everything he can to buy time, get some good shots through the wall there, getting that trap wire to reveal stuff. I like where he's putting them on the sights and then setting up in the back, lining up for those shots through the walls. It's a good, smart start, but at the end of the day, DWG-Kia, sometimes they're just good. They're just gonna, run over you. They're very, very talented.
Well, money in hand now for Damwon. Not so much here for the side of APE. Going to be looking for a bit of a thrifty save on the round. See if they can find success as that drone moves forward over through Gardens. Paint shells through. Not going to get the hit onto Halbay. Goes back into the cyber cage, but as it drops, Chibop is ready on that flank angle. Finishing him off. Sheriff shot flying, and it seems like that's just going to be a call for rotation out of the B site.
Yeah, the cross angle was still available from Lawrence. They were never able to displace him at B long, so they didn't feel like they were comfortable pushing into that side. I don't blame them because they would have all basically had to come through hookah. It was just never there for Eugene. So now Grim Stokes are down and front half of the site available. Oh,
Cobra getting blinded, throws out that Bucky shot. Texture says, okay, I know where you are. Flash comes around the corner though, really nicely done with the shorty. Instantly just domes him, now grabs a gun for himself. So Phantom is in his inventory. It's just he and Lawrence trying to make this happen. Quick peek with the Bucky, may just be able to take him down, but Texture's got the lineup. Head gone, Slash all on his lonesome in a 1v4. May very well just want to pull back and hold on to this rifle.
Yeah, at this point, he might just want to do that. Always rethinking it. Thinking if he could maybe get the exit on the shower, but isn't able to outduel Secret there. He's ready for it. Secret's just a little bit better in that moment. So that's another nice win here for DWG-Kia. Starting to turn it around, make the comeback happen. And now things get pretty interesting for both of these teams. DWG-Kia, the money is going to start rolling in their favor, and now for AP Prince with all those wins, all that money they were able to bank up early, they're gonna be blowing it.
Yeah, and this is where things start to get a little bit worrisome. I mean, especially after this round, if APE aren't able to close this out, they do have rifles in their hands, and they really need to buckle down and try to get this win, because bear in mind, this is the map pick for DWG-Kia, so APE elected to go on the defense first, try to set up as much of a round win streak as they possibly can. So coming in, kind of breaking even on bind is not going to be good enough for them. Lawrence with a really nice push out through showers, catches Eugene very much off guard back over towards the spawn. Texture now jumping his way through the site. Doesn't spot anything, spraying for the camera. He's looking for the usual spots, but he's just barely missing it.
Yeah, not really able to catch it just yet. It's kind of hard to see it up there, and now here comes the Hunter's Fury right on the spike plant. It's going to be the finish onto Kelly. Really well done by Slash.
Yeah. Does manage to find one. Spike still does get planted. Cam, Chibop finally locating this as Halbay just tries to spray through the wall to take him out. Hasn't managed to get the hits. No stopper, finds nothing. Jumping forward the blast packs. Jojo does get taken down. Out of bullets there was Chibop, but Texture is still here on the site. Now it's Halbay in a 1v2. Knows that he's going to have to split his attention between garden and sight, let alone try to defuse this. Texture waiting up close and personal. He doesn't find the shot. Halbe finds one, taps the spike, wants to hold this at least a half, and that will just be Secret pushing out one more time to go ahead and tie us up 4-4.
There we go. Now things get weird for APE. We saw they spent a lot of money. DWG-Kia are rich as they like. Basically, they are almost all full buy at this point. I mean, in terms of just all the money they have. I saw that Secret, you know, he barely lost any money that round. And it's, you know, he was at like 6,000 something. And look at this. The money is just crazy good for them right now. It's going to be Sheriff for APE, and this one's going to be real interesting. A big Thrifty if they can come through with it, but of course it's going to be real tough. Texture just so good. This is weird for APE Prince, all trying to come through the same door there without Eugene's in the elbow like he needs to be, but they're just all funneling through at the same time, just getting mowed down. There wasn't really a lot to kind of keep DWG-Kia from being able to punish that move.
Yeah, I mean, they all kind of just piled in on the back of a single Lear, which died before it even, you know, started to blind. So not really tempering their rush, just kind of dogpiled in onto the site, and that very much cost them quite heavily.
Yeah, you're going to need a really good paranoia as well to make that work. Otherwise, yeah, even with the smokes at the doors, DWG-Kia, you're not going to fool them too much. They're just going to continue to spray through there, and those smokes don't last long.
Smoke's coming out now, rotation beginning for APE, but right now it's only Cobra trying to lock down this A side, currently sitting just on the side of this Molotov, holding his angle, waiting for someone to push in. Paint shells to try and disrupt. He does manage to find one. Texture gone, but Chiba quick on the response. Equalizes here for his teammate. Now Eugene finds Jojo, finds Halbe. Blind goes forward, that forces Lawrence back. He does manage to re-peek and get rid of one, but it's about as good as it's going to get, it would seem, unless Slash can pull off some absolutely incredible headshots here with the Sheriff of Zone.
Now, the real problem is you've got both ultimates as well available. Kelly and Eugene can just keep that site on lockdown no matter what Slash is able to do as long as they stay alive. And he's just going to rush at him with that Sheriff. Eugene finally able to get that spray down. Going to pop the head, finish it off. But now you still have both the Orbital Strike and the Hunter's Fury available for DWG-Kia, so they can really play back. And I liked what Jojo was doing in the back line for APE. He just got sniffed out by DWG-Kia. They weren't really fooled by it because I think, you know, you have to recognize as APE with those two ults up that they could play off the site after they get the spike planted, can DWG-Kia, because they can control that spike site for quite some time after it's put down.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Molotov, the Orbital, and the Hunter's Fury, as you were already mentioning, so there's a plethora of options to just try to hold things off. Blade Storm does get popped here by Cheapop. They creep forward, checking out Hookah. Four-man stack for APE over at the A site. We'll start seeing a rotation out from Jojo. Try and reinforce things for Halbe. At this point, I could probably guesstimate that he is going to be in the back of Labs, waiting around elbow, trying to shoot through the door. Don't quite go for the tailwind here into the back of the site. Cheapop keeping himself safe for a moment. Now presses through the smoke, finds Halbe from behind, taking down one. Orbital Strike does get used aggressively. It's not going to be used to try to buy some time, but given that they have this opening kill, they can feel a lot more confident.
They really wanted to keep elbow under control and not have to worry about that flank as much. That being said, though, it still gets pushed in. Cheapop had to back out, so it is getting funneled into by APE Prince.
Gonna scout them out. Jojo pressing forward. The Molotov cutting off this elbow access. Cheapop finds another. The second for him with the Blade Storm, and there is the finish as Cobra falls. And it is a flawless round now, 6-4. 2 more to go in the half, but Damwon starting to run away with this.
Yeah, that's 5 in a row for DWG-Kia. They are looking really, really good. They have gotten things figured out. Their setups have gotten good. Their crossfires are good where Kelly was there. Good Molotov to block the exit out of elbow, and then he's just waiting right around the corner. Good move here by Cheapop. Great utilization of the smokes to get in and out, basically unseen from the people coming from the defender side spawn. So that's a really nice move by Cheapop. When I said he let go of control of elbow, he actually made a great move there because they lost complete control of where he was.
Well, it looks like maybe just more scouting. It is a heavier stack this time, so APE starting to get a read that, you know, Damwon really likes to play around this B site. Let's just go ahead and get people situated here. So they do have 2 hovering at Hookah. Jojo Throwing out the boom bot. Does it go into the hall? Yes, it does. So he can remain safe around the corner. Does a double take with Texture. Still manages to find the kill. Follows up with a headshot on the JoJo. Nade into the back just to cut off that the access. Now can drop down and get this spike planted yet again.
I mean, forget it. If Texture wins a 1v2 in hookah like that, that's just, oh, there's another one for Texture. 3 kills on the round. He's getting healed up by the sky on top of it. I mean, this is just, it's so hard to deal with when that guy's just playing better than you. You can't afford to whiff those shots. Halbay knew that somebody might be there. He just kind of did a double take on it, and he's, you know, it's a bit of a mistake, and he's probably wishing he could have that one back for sure.
Slash doesn't get tagged by the drone, but Lawrence gets spotted. Kelly pushes the corner, finds him in tube. Showstopper, surprisingly used by Texture, doesn't get the kill. Takes Slash low. It's a bit of a waste of the rocket, but all the same, you can still see a little wry smile on his face there in the webcam. But all the same, it is DWG-Kia with a chokehold on this game. Last round in the half, APE, can they make this 7-5?
Well, they can't have another one of those. They can't have that with Halbay, and then even though JoJo's ready for it, he's already shooting. He still isn't, you know, it's a little bit too early. The bullet's already kind of coming out the gun, so they're starting to, you know, the
spray pattern.
Yeah, the spray pattern's starting to get a little wonky on it, and Texture just steps out right in the middle of it, puts him down pretty quick. So, well, pushing a little bit of attention into hookah, but not fully capitalizing on it. Chibop's going to dash forward.
Jump up over the top.
Oh, look at that.
Cobra waiting again in U-Haul. Boombot. Not going to find anything. Molotov will just keep him zoned back. He's waiting around the corner with that judge. Chibop trying to hold the angle. A little off from the head, but will manage to finish him.
Yeah, Chibop having a couple really good rounds. Of course, that ace is absolutely fantastic. Let's see what JoJo can do on the side here. It's going to check showers to make sure that's clean. Right now it is. There's 3 members of DWG-Kia stuck over in their U-Haul, so this could be pretty interesting if they get some good utility in there.
Lear, again, not going to be finding too much. Texture is gone. I don't know what happened there. Kelly, I guess the rocket going a little bit too deep behind him. Doesn't get clipped by it. However, it's still going to be 2v2, and Eugene cannot flip over fast enough. Everybody collapsing here. As the defuse will come in, and APE will manage to make this a 7-5.
It's not the best defense setup there for DWG-Kia. They're all in U-Haul and then right at the entrance by the teleporter. So there isn't a lot of crossfires being created for DWG-Kia. You open yourself up to, you know, potentially 2 members getting blinded by either a Paranoia or a Lear or whatever. You can smoke off the vision a lot easier as well. That didn't really come into play that much in that situation. But for DWG-Kia, I'd like to see them either try and push somebody out of U-Haul to like make them respect it a bit, or get somebody in the showers. Somebody's got to be over in showers as well to create the proper crossfire for that setup.
Well, APE trying to keep it as close as possible here, despite the deep run from Damwon. I mean, what was it, 6 rounds in a row to get themselves up to 7. Now they flip over onto the defense, and APE, they need to pull out all the stops for their attack. I'm curious to see, you know, what kind of style we're going to be seeing from them. Hopefully it's going to be varying, you know, go hard in the paint every now and then also just go for some slow plays, lurk, try to gain some information, take over the map very slowly. But this is still a very worrisome spot to be in.
That was kind of interesting for DWG-Kia. It didn't really feel like they changed the pace too much throughout that game. It was pretty steady. They were just kind of always slowly pressuring things. There were, you know, maybe 1 or 2 real fast rounds, but the rest of it was pretty steady, pretty methodical from them. They're poking at the angles they want to start out on, and if they get an early kill on one of those angles, then they keep the momentum going. That's when they put the pedal on the gas. They don't just, you know, blind send it, do a rush. They're very patient. They're going to wait you out a bit, and that's why they're able to string together 6 wins in a row there in that first half.
Well, early scout call's going to be coming through that this is in fact going to be a B rush for the pistol round here in the second half. Chibop gets himself back around the corner for the frenzy. Pushes out, trades perfectly evenly actually, 48-48, as Lawrence will get chunked down just a little bit more. Great headshot from Halbay, finds Eugene in hookah to open up this spike plant. As Cobra will be putting that one down on the ground. Shell's not going to be finding too much, and Halbay follows up for a second, tries to swap guns, but Texture Playing from defender's side, does manage to find one. Dash in from Cheapop, gets found out, but Secret takes down two. It all comes out down to JoJo now, who's up here in Hookah. Texture will get the headshot, and that's going to be DWG-Kia taking away the pistol round this time.
So even though Halbei does a great job displacing the member of DWG-Kia that's in Hookah first, there was actually two in there. Secret waits, he hides himself, he kind of fools APE Prince into thinking that no one's going to be coming from there, at least not that quick, and all of a sudden he comes to life, picks up a huge double, and that just breaks apart the defense of APE there. It's a really nice, smart play from Secret to be really patient with that. Of course, Texture is just all over the place, just killing everybody right now because he's a nutter.
Yeah, the guy is good. He's pretty good at video games.
He's pretty good.
Specifically Valorant. I don't know that much more about his history as a pro, I guess. But over on the other side, we do have 3 sheriffs for APE looking to make this work. See what they can get done. We have a little bit of a show down here in the showers. Paint Shell's just going to be loud forward. Forces Lawrence out of this position. Texture will get spotted, but lets the boom bot go a little bit. Doesn't manage to bounce it out of the showers, however.
Yeah, a little pre-firing after they caught a brief glimpse of him with that recon dart. Lawrence and the others just going to pop through with their sheriffs potentially. We'll see. Lawrence going to push up through the smoke, trying to see if he can catch somebody peeking around the angle. I mean, Kelly is there on the other side of Texture, so trying to create a crossfire, trying to see if they can, you know, catch APE really wanting to over-aggress through here, but Lawrence right now not biting just yet. He continues to work his way more back towards the teleporter, the rest of his team heading towards B.
Yeah, and a big loss on Cobra. Looked like he had inched forward, up short, got himself teleported just outside of U-Haul. I believe on the same, you know, kind of boost spot that we've seen.
Yeah.
Cheapop go for the updraft dash forward. So it does get picked off there. Paint Shell's wreaking havoc here onto Secret. Gotta remember, can't really top himself up. Does just have to play patiently. Would love to get some heals onto Eugene right now. Will be given the opportunity. Eugene, however, still manages to push out, takes down Lawrence even with a 2 health disadvantage. The Secret finds another one, follows up for a second, and that will be the closeout on the round. Nicely done here by Damwon, holding it down, but APE now should be coming forward with guns.
Secret doesn't care if you know where he's at. He's got a judge. He wants you to come to him. He's just standing behind that box, just waiting. He gets spotted. It does not matter. And you know, his teammate, Eugene, is in that box, took a whole bunch of damage, was down to 2 hit points at one, and then, of course, ended up falling. But that's all on Secret there. That's just really nicely done with that judge. You're being patient. You're putting your opponent in bad positions. That's what you have to do, and it's an unusual spot to have a judge, right? If your opponent's going to be somewhere with a shotgun, you're thinking...
On the B side? Yeah.
Yeah,
hookah.
You're thinking hookah. Right, you're not thinking back there. If it's on the A side, you're thinking, you know, U-Haul or showers or something.
Well, 2-man stack here in showers. Does manage to go 1-for-1 as Texture falls. That's going to be a really big boon here, potentially, for the side of APE. But as I say that, JoJo does get picked off as well. So advantage right back into the hands of DWG-Kia as far as numbers are concerned. Halbei, however, using his superior firepower with this Vandal, will find Secret. It's for the healing, but Cheapop coming in hot. Takes down Cobra. Spike still dropped. Back in a neutral position here around the link area over towards B.
And that gives Cheapop
and
a better
Eugene's
gun.
Eugene's going to find it too.
Yep.
So, yep. Here's the spike.
But there's a Cypher tripwire there, so maybe, even though Cypher is clear on the other side, and nobody from AP is anywhere near that.
This just means that AP has no idea that they have found the spike.
No, they have no clue. And there's no reason at all for Eugene to move. He can just sit. He just needs to sit at that box.
Yep.
Well, here comes Slash. Oh, all right. Now they know.
Yep. They immediately step away from each other. His crosshair is left in between both heads. Can't click any of them at all. Smoke coming down. Halbei pushing through, but only to his demise. 10-5. Damwon continuing to look good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of a whole lot of things right now for DWG-Kia, APE. The money's not good as well. As you can see, their economy's in shambles. This one is going to be rough, and then after that, you know, then they got to start winning a lot of rounds in a row to come back into this. This one, you know, you can, you know, 9 times out of 10, you can chalk up a sheriff round to a loss. You never know, though. Of course, these players are nuts, but then after that, it'll be 11, and then you cannot afford to lose. You can't afford to lose another one after this. Yeah.
I mean, you can barely even afford to lose this one. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. When it's ever 10-5, you're not wanting to lose too many.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's not going to do them too much good right now. Any of the ultimates they have on the side of APE, Cobra pushing in, doesn't even manage to land his shot. Texture's still going to be fully topped up with full armor. Gene just looking to scout. They will finish off that boom bot as paint shells come flying through.
Yeah, and at least displaced Secret. I almost called him Discreet, which is another type of Secret, but Secret there. Chibop throws down that Cloudburst and just waiting to see if anyone's going to push through. Lawrence has been creeping his way through here. Chibop going to wait. Can he get the headshot? No! Lawrence lands a good one with the Sheriff.
He does, and if he can get that gun, maybe find an additional pick, that could be huge. Halbay does fall. Lawrence finds another one with the Sheriff, making this a 3v3. Gun in hand, does have the Empress if he wants to try to go hard in the paint here. Texture coming out from the CT side, snaps onto one. And Slash does manage to finish him off. Blind flying through, Secret playing around elbow. Just buying time for Kelly to arrive. The Seekers will even be used. They really just want to win this round. They just want to shut this out.
Yep.
And they will manage to do so. Nothing that Slash can do in that situation.
You don't want to give them any hope of a comeback. You don't want to allow them to get an extra gun in their hands, give them any kind of momentum with the economy or just with confidence even. And this is so good right now for DWG-Kia. I mean, Texture is so dialed in right now. He is just clicking heads all over the place. You can see here, gets the opening kill. Lauren's doing a fantastic job. I mean, getting two at the Sheriff, but then Kelly cleans it up. But Texture comes in there, gets a great double on the site itself. He just looks fantastic. The last couple days, Texture has been really impressing me with this race.
Chibop trying to cheat forward, rather, with the operator, but will not manage to see anything. It's going to be a fairly fast attack over onto the B site. The Lears come down. Secret stuck here in the cubby, looking for a shot. Got to tag in onto the Reyna, but hasn't been able to get the finish. Quite a bit of damage here to Cobra, who's down to 3 HP. Eugene playing in the smoke, will pull back. Texture is gone, and things start to look very, very good now for APE to get the spike planted and maybe have it detonate. Lawrence, however, gets pushed, gets taken down as Eugene finds two. Chibop gets the snipe onto JoJo. Oh, what a shot from him, and now it's just Cobra with 3 HP in a dream, and he actually does it! Whoops. This guy, what a turnaround. The clutch is there.
Cobra with that big double at the end saves the day. 3 hit points left. My goodness. If they had lost that round, they weren't going to have enough money to do anything.
Wow.
Ah!
He got chunked to 3 HP, like off the bat, on the entry to the site, and then still manages to persevere the entire time.
Woo!
What a turnaround from him. Hearing the rush coming in from Eugene, gets the lineup, gets 4 kills in the round. Absolutely massive.
What a 180.
I mean, that being said, money still very much there for the side of Damwon. So APE looking to win 6 straight.
Well, getting Texture early, big part of that for sure for them. And it looks like Eugene had a nice double in the middle of it. Halbay picks up the first. Eugene down again. Halbay picks up 2. Can he find 3? No, not quite. Hunter's Fury was there. Help him out a little bit. JoJo picks up 1.
And this is huge for APE, looking to run it back. Neural Theft coming out. Lawrence doesn't even need the vision. Spots him out, and Texture is left all on his lonesome over towards the A site. And Lawrence, he's feeling frisky. He wants to go on the hunt.
Halbay's really got those shots lined up from B side up into hookah. We've seen it a couple times here in this game where he's been able to just dome people. So that's a really nice shot to have. That's a really tough one to land sometimes. And getting that down, having that consistency to keep the defending side out of hookah really opens up a lot of space. It's one of the important crossfires that can be created by the defenders on the B site, that and elbow. So if you can isolate one of those.
Texture makes his way back in. Thought maybe the timing was going to completely screw him up. Just checking out U-Haul, making sure that he's not getting pushed from short, but how wary is he going to be of this lurk from the defender's spawn?
Each side, whether attackers or defenders, you know, split having such a long...
And just
quiet. Just play the elevator music while we wait.
Just taking their time.
I almost had that lined up with the spike ticks. Yeah, this is just fantastic entry. Just everything clicking for APE that round, and I mean, there's no give up. You can see they're fist bumping, they're ready, and Yeah, DWG-Kia, it's okay. You're still pretty well ahead. Nothing to be too nervous about yet. Have a lot of money, but the good news now, of course, for APE is they've got money too, and this is going to be pretty tight the rest of the way, one way or another. Everybody's pretty much going to have money.
Yeah, very nice round. Now Chiba feeling the penny pinching is going to be moving over to the Marshal. Looks like just the Sheriff here for Eugene. So one rifle secured there by Texture. Halbay gets the spot with the camera. Marshal shot takes that down.
I would have thought DWG-Kia had a little more money, but I guess not. I guess they were a little less than I thought. Texture did pick up a Phantom, but yeah, we know Chibop's nuts with those snipers. We've already seen it. But this is a map where you can definitely make the shotguns work. We've already seen it. Secret. Slash as well had a pretty good moment earlier. And there's Texture. Just give him a gun and let him go hog wild.
Yeah, and that's a really bad boon now for the side of APE. Losing out on Lawrence this early puts a lot more pressure on Halbay and Cobra to really compensate for that lack of a fifth. Hunter's Fury does get used here.
Oh!
Jojo does get a tag, and Slash does fall. Good little pickup for them. Cobra spraying through, gets rid of Secret, the Bucky. Not going to find success, but still going to be a man advantage here for Damwon. And Lawrence is alive. TP having to be used, but Cobra cannot get out of there fast enough. And now with Halbay gone and Jojo on 4 HP, surely they don't manage to have somebody pull this off yet again. He will pull back, look to hold on to this weapon, and now APE. Unfortunately for them, they have to play to take us into overtime. 5 rounds in a row is what is necessary to make that happen.
Yeah, it's a heck of a thrifty there for DWG-Kia. Doing a fantastic job. Great utilization of the orbital strike. That's one of those spots where if you can get them kind of overcommitted into the U-Haul, there's no good exits. And especially if you're watching the defender side spawn or side of U-Haul, you know, look at this. You can't go out that way. There's only one way that he can go out, and they know it.
Yeah.
And he can't react fast enough with the TP.
Very much a catch-22 situation, so really good stuff from Kelly to put them in that position. Now, Lawrence starting to press forward. They'll hear multiple gunshots coming through, so they know there's at least 2 lurking over by Fountain here at B Long. Bob just playing respectfully back in Garden. Doesn't want to try to push out against this.
Curious. Does Secret, is he really just stuck on a Sheriff still? He's been knifing and... Yeah, I guess so. He's been,
maybe.
I've been watching him and I'm like, what did you pick up there, my guy? Did you? Not too sure, but this one much more patient from APE. They're really slowing up the pace. They really want to be smart and methodical about it. Some recon is going to come out. Nobody up there. In Long Beach. Chibop moving his way over, gonna see that Lear, gonna wait a bit. Another Lear gonna send him packing, but he sees him through that pickup and can't quite find anything.
Doesn't manage to do so. Eugene now gone. Kelly eliminated. 2 members left in a 2v5 attempted retake. Secret here on the side with that Bucky. Does manage to find one, but that is not really gonna be good enough. Re-push there from Lawrence. Finishes off Texture. It's 4 rounds to go for APE.
Well, they can do it. And again, I suspect that the economy is going to be a little wonky now for DWG-Kia. We'll see. With Texture, or with Secret, excuse me, saving up with that Bucky, they actually might be able to have enough money to get the buys they mostly want. It looks like Eugene has to go for the Spectre instead of a Phantom or a Vandal. But otherwise, yeah, there is just enough money for a couple of them to get their buys. The rest are going to have a little bit. And again, the economy is going to be there for AP either one way or another for the rest of this. If we go to overtime, they're going to have enough money. If we don't, well, you know, then they've lost.
Forward push there from Chibop. Does manage to get one of these Lears out of the way. That's going to make the entry here onto the B side or A, wherever they decide to go, a bit more difficult. Shock dart right at Lawrence's feet. Take a nice chunk of HP off of him. Well, Secret, see if that boombot comes down. Sprays just in case there's going to be an aggressive push on the back end of it. Gets himself out of hookah safely. While the rest of APE are going to start rotating potentially over towards A. Spike's still on the ground, but you can see Lawrence making his way over towards short.
Well, you know there's at least the Sova and the Sky there, and you probably suspect that Chibop's hanging around because he has been over on B, so I'm going to try to switch gears, head over towards mid to A. Smokes are going to come down. You're going to smoke off a couple of the spots on the site and showers.
Texture forced out of U-Haul, at least for the moment. Cobra looks to push in, but Secret is there, backing him up. They managed to find the kill. That's going to be one gone. Kelly pushing the corner, and there you have it. Blink your eyes and you will miss it. Flawless here on the final round, 13-8. Dom1 Gaming Kia taking down APE Prince on Bind.
Yeah, this is just a great maneuver at the end by Dom1 Kia to really sniff out that rotation. They knew that they were leaving B. They just kept pushing, kept pushing, kept pushing.